Welcome to Imperfect in an Uncertain World Resources for Living with Authenticity and Purpose. Now, change is inevitable, but our reactions and responses to it do not need to be inevitable. Let's talk about being a change agent in uncertain times. I think that we've all had moments or experiences where life changes in an instant, but mostly life changes bit by bit. That's the way change happens. The old erodes, leaving us with the potential for new. But I think we can all agree that change is uncertain. We are not assured of the outcome of anything. We are only certain that things cannot continue as they are as the capacity for change grows. And that's the whole thing. It is inevitable that life will change. I've often said that it's not the change that is hard, but the thought of change. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story as to how I see that change. Years ago, one of my favorite rides in an amusement park was the log ride. And I loved getting in the log and the little log canoe, and you would go into a tube filled with water and you'd go all around. And then you'd get to almost the end of the ride and you'd go up a conveyor belt and you could feel that conveyor belt inch by inch slowly moving the log up the conveyor belt. You would reach the top of the conveyor belt and it would totter before it went into the Great Fall. And the thought of change for me is like the tottering of that boat before it tipped and plunged towards the water before. It's those moments before the excitement of the plunge, for me, perfectly describe the anticipation of change. When the externals are shifting so rapidly, we may get stuck in what's happening instead of noticing how our life changes with each thought, each word, and each action. And that's what, as I tipped, maybe we're aware of that. Oh my gosh, this is what has led to the great plunge of change. In fact, we may make choices not fully aware of their ramifications. Sometimes I feel really small when I recognize all the changes going around me to people. New jobs, new relationships, deaths, births. I think the list is endless. Then I examine what is happening on a communal level, locally, nationally, globally. The changes that impact me are staggering. But what's even more staggering? The feeling of a lack of control over the impact of all of these externals that are happening. And I just want to say, stop. But change marches on. And that's the thing to realize is change marches on with or without our consent. So what can I do? What can you do? I think the answer to both of those things is found within our ability to be a change agent. When we are an entrepreneurial change discerner, we don't change for the sake of change. Rather, we adapt and grow and become who we are meant to be because we can't help but sing our song in harmony with the song of change. And let's back up a little bit and talk about what a change agent is. So, a change agent is someone who is open, flexible. They're somebody who doesn't grasp onto change for the sake of change, but they change because that's what's necessary to grow and thrive. A change agent is a critical thinker. And so they may find that, you know what, hey, when I'm in change agent mode, I'm going to keep some of those things because they're not broken. They're structures, they're sole purpose values that still work for me. So I'm going to keep those. But we also, as a change agent, are not afraid to sing our song forth as we use the impetus of change to realize our sole purpose. And in doing so, our thoughts, our words, and our actions resonate with soul purpose. Being a change agent, we've got to be flexible because Change is going to ask us to find ways to live with purpose, no matter how, ever, wherever, whenever, and whoever we find ourselves. Change reminds us that while life is not always easy, it provides challenges and lessons for us to live with soul purpose. So it's all about being flexible and moving into change, but also recognizing that change is a very scary thing. So if you like this video, give it 2 thumbs up, share it with your friends. Additional resources are available at intentandaction.com, intentandaction.com. If you need a little help moving through that change, give me a shout out. Would love to work with you as an intuitive coach catalyst. But most importantly, remember that even if change isn't the easiest thing you're going to do today, it is inevitable and it brings you closer to living daily, moment by moment, your soul purpose. Thank you and have an awesome